morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. Today, we are being real scientists. We are doing something so fun, and it's going to take a lot of paying attention, and we're going to be very careful, but I know you all can do it because this is going to be something very, very cool. So, what we're learning about today, since we've been talking about the ocean, is we're learning about the ocean, it's going to be a big word, acidification. So, we've been talking about salt water and density, when things are less dense and more dense. Today we're going to learn what happens when we put seashells in vinegar. So, salt water is so important for the ecosystem in the ocean and the plants and the animals that live in the ocean, the mollusks, because I don't know if you know, there used to be something living in this before we were able to pick this up on the side of the beach. They're mollusks, and a mollusk is an exoskeleton. What have we learned about that have exoskeletons? Spiders, right? Arachnids. What else has an exoskeleton? Bugs. And so do mollusks. So, if we put those in vinegar, what do you think's gonna happen? You think it'll be totally fine like salt water? Or do we think it's gonna break? Do we think it's gonna disappear? I don't know. So what I just made right here is some salt water. We're also gonna need vinegar. We're gonna need seashells. I have 4 seashells. I have 2 little scallop shells, and I have 2 of these shells. I wanted to compare what happens between the 2 of these. So we are going to first make a control cup. And that's something scientists do in every single project. They have a control cup, or the scientific method. So we're just going to put 1 shell in the controlled cup and cover it with salt water, just like it would be in the ocean, right? Gotta hold it down a little bit so it gets covered. Okay. And we can, if you have tape at home, we can label them, and so we can write control cup on this one. So now I'm gonna put the other shells in here. And we're gonna pour these all with vinegar. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. It's not gonna happen right away. We're gonna have to keep checking back to see what the vinegar does to our seashells. And you can take note, like a scientist, of what's happening to them. If you see anything different, if you see anything different in the saltwater cup. But we are going to cover these all. So what we're doing is a chemical reaction. Isn't that fun? Because vinegar is very acidic, so we're just putting acid on the seashells. And what do you think would happen if the whole ocean had acid in it? What do you think the creatures in the ocean would react? So, all of these are submerged. Let me pour a little bit more in this one, and I'll show you. So before these were seashells, animals lived in these, but then they had to grow. When they grow too big for them, they come out of the shell, and they go find a bigger shell. See, so they're totally submerged in the vinegar. I can smell the vinegar. And then here is the water one. So, tell mommy and daddy what you think is going to happen. Write it down. And then in a few hours, keep checking back and see what happens with our seashells. I'm already starting to see a few bubbles on top of this seashell. And that's from the carbon monoxide bubbles. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. See, oh, there's a few. You can see right down here. Carbon dioxide bubbles, sorry. Okay. All right, so maybe the shells will easily break apart. Oh, this one already has bubbles too. That was so fast. See on top? That's the bubbles reacting with the calcium carbonate in the shells. Okay, friends. All right, so I'm going to put these on the side. I'm going to separate. I'm going to keep my control cup separate. And I'm going to put my 3 vinegar and seashells on the other side. I can't wait to see what happens. All right. Have so much fun with this, my little scientists. And let me know what happens.